Hey YouTube, my family and my friends, Excellent Dreams here, back with another exclusive video for you today. Go ahead and send out the invite link here in just a second. All right. Let's get it started. We're waiting for Liz Salour.
Good morning.
Good morning, good morning.
How are you? Or
Just,
good afternoon.
I'm just great. Give me 1 second here.
No problem.
Um,
Oop.
so good afternoon, good afternoon.
I'm so excited. Thank you for um doing this with me. Oh my God, I've been trying to get a hold of you forever.
Oh man, I was busy this past
I know.
weekend. I just started a booth up at Traders World, so I've had a lot
Okay.
on my plate.
No worries. But I'm glad we connected. So
For question, where are you in terms of your experience in using CorelDraw or the Rhinestone Wizard? Are you complete newbie?
complete newbie.
Okay,
Like
okay,
dummies for CorelDraw and TRW.
okay. So you never even opened up the software.
Well, I did, and all I know how to do is new document, and that's
Okay, cool. Today we're going to go over some stuff that will get you to feeling a little more confident in using it. And
uh-huh.
we're going to start off with the basics, which is pretty much text. We're going to start off with text and objects and hearts, you know what I mean? So you can get a
Okay.
feel for using the software. And then, depending on how much time we have allotted, then we'll drag in an image and work that way. Okay.
Okay, so I have a project that I was thinking of,
Okay.
maybe. So it is a text, it's a name,
Okay.
and I want to do I want to do like a name. My daughter does cheer, so I want to put the name on the sports bra, and
Okay.
then the scattered burst rhinestone effect.
Okay.
So maybe, I don't know, after we go over the basics, we can kind of go over that.
Okay. Okay. So, do you already have like a particular font or whatever chosen for your text?
I was from watching YouTube videos, block letters work the best. I was
Right. For sure.
researching. So
Block
I,
letters work the best they do. Um, we can still get fancy and use script letters as well.
oh
Like, you know what I mean?
really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Same process. Like, you know what I mean? Script letters are just a little more work, but I like using script letters. Like, so I
Okay.
definitely teach that. I'm gonna
Okay,
jump
perfect.
in. I'm gonna share my screen here.
Okay. And I definitely want more than one lesson. So
Oh, you're like most people. They come back every week, to get
yes.
refresher courses, to learn something new. All right, here. We're in the software here. All right. I'm gonna open
Okay.
up a new document here, right?
Yeah.
So you can open up a new document in multiple different areas. Once you get familiar with CorelDraw, you'll start seeing that you can do things in multiple different places. So we can open up a
Okay.
new document here. Boom.
Uh-huh.
But we can also go up and open up file and do new from here.
Okay.
And then we can also um right here,
Okay.
there's a new. So
Okay.
you'll get comfortable with whichever one that that you get comfortable with, but as you see and as you follow along, you'll see like, oh, okay, you can cut it this way or you can cut it this way. You can weld it
Okay.
this way or you can do it this way. So
Okay.
when you're looking at the screen up here,
Uh-huh.
the top left here, where it says 13 by 19,
Uh-huh.
that's the size of my workspace. As you can see, it looks like a sheet of paper against a white background.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. 1 second. My dog wants to go out. 1 second. Sorry.
No, it's okay.
Oh, God. I'm so sorry. Wrong timing. Okay, I'm back. Okay.
All right.
So 13. So if I open up my screen, it should look like this too, the 13, because I have more numbers than that.
Okay.
Can you see my screen or can you share?
But I'll let you share your screen here. Go right
Okay.
ahead.
Okay. Oh, here is my screen. Can you see it or?
Not yet. You got to hit the share screen at the bottom.
Where is that? Sorry. I don't see share screen.
It's right in the bottom next to the chat, in between chat and Star Summary.
On Zoom,
On Zoom, yes.
I have mute, stop video, or more.
And then there's
Oh,
secure. You see
there
it?
it is. Yes. Here it is. Share. Okay. So here. So it would be here.
Right. Okay. So what I'm going to do is let
Okay.
me request remote control. That way I can control your mouse.
Got you.
All right.
There we go.
So yes, here is the page document size or your workspace size. Yours
Which is
says 8.5 by 11.
okay.
Now we can change that. That's the size. If we zoom out here, as you can see, that's the 8.5 by 11-inch sheet of paper.
Uh-huh.
If we change it like mine,
Uh-huh.
13, tab 19,
Okay.
and then tab again, the workspace got bigger.
Got you. Okay.
So what I like to do is, since I'm doing a lot of sublimation and I have a 13 by 19-inch printer, I like to work in a 13 by 19-inch workspace.
Okay.
If you have an 8.5 by 11-inch printer, I would advise you work in an 8.5 by 11. You know,
Okay.
it helps you to easily in your mind automatically know what it's going to look like on that size sheet of paper.
I have 8.5 by 11, so.
All right. Let's switch. What type of cutter do you have?
I have a Silhouette.
Okay.
Cameo.
You got a 15, the 12-inch 15 or the 24?
The 12.
Okay. Okay.
Or whatever. No, I don't know actually. Whatever the Cameo 4 is.
Yeah, they got a Cameo 4, but then they have the Pro model, which is like
No,
okay.
not the big one, the regular one.
Okay. Okay. So yeah, 8.5 by 11 is good.
Okay.
Sometimes me personally, I'm a 13 by 19-inch guy, but then you have to realize that most of the vinyl that you cut is only 11.5 inches.
Right.
Right. It's 12 inches, but then it leaves room for rollers on the side. All right. Okay. So along, all right, up here, this whole section up here, you really don't need to do anything with it until you actually select something. So most of this stuff will be grayed out. Like this right here is just a ruler, shows rulers. This right here just shows the grid. Like, and you know, you don't want to work like that. You don't want the grid lines all over, unless that's what you prefer. Over
No.
time, you may want to turn it on for registration, or you know what I'm saying. Some people like working in the grid. Up here shows guidelines. I got that checked on. You want to show your guidelines when they do come up. The guidelines are basically, you can grab the ruler here and drag down a guideline like so. You can drag the ruler from the left and grab another guideline. That's will help you with placement if you're trying to get something centered, or if you're trying to get a group of text all on the same line. The ruler lines will help you. Let me get rid of those for right now. I just click on one, it turns red, I delete it. Click on one, turns red, I delete it.
And then to turn it on, you click that top button up there, the one that looks like an eye.
Oh no, I grab the ruler and drag it
Oh,
down.
got you. Okay.
If I turn this off, you won't see that guideline.
Got you.
If I turn it back on, then the guideline we place is there.
Got you.
So,
Got you.
So you can't turn it on and off, but to actually make the line show up, you got to grab the ruler and drag it to the point you want it to be.
Got you.
All right, delete those. Okay, so let's say you have a square.
Okay.
So,
Where did you go? Oh, you grabbed it from shapes. Okay.
yeah. If I hold it, we got a rectangle or a 3-point rectangle. So most of these, I'll go back up to the top. I just want to,
Okay.
I want to lay out our objects first, and then I'll go
Okay.
through our tool set. So I'm going to lay
Okay.
out a couple of rectangles here.
Uh-huh.
And really what I want them to do, I want them to overlap in a way, because you have to learn this first before
Okay.
anything. All right.
Okay.
Open up our TRW wizard. Now, for the most part, I did not change the size of these squares. So all these squares are the same size.
Okay.
Let's make a few of them the same color. A few of them different colors, and so.
Okay.
Okay. Now what I did was I layered these squares on top of each other. So as you can see visually, it looks like this is the bottom layer, and then the black on top, then the pink, then the jade, and then the green, right? So the
Uh-huh.
green, let's see where the green is at. By placing them right here, boom. Okay, the green is right on top of the bottom pink row.
Okay.
And you can visually see that because you can see how the layers layer on top of each other. All right.
Okay.
When using your selection tool, the first one on the top left is your selection tool.
Uh-huh.
With your selection tool, you can either draw a box around what you want to select, and then let it go, and it will select everything inside of that box.
Okay.
Inside of those blue lines. So if I wanted to select just this pink box here, I can draw this square around it like so. And if you notice, the only object that's completely inside of my dotted blue line is that pink box. The black is not, because I don't have the entire black inside of my blue box, and I don't have the entire green or the second layer of pink. I only theoretically have my square around that bottom pink, right? I let go, and it only selected that pink, because you have to have the entire object within that parameters of that selection tool.
Got you.
If I do it like this, and I come down further enough to add the black in, now it selects the pink and the black, because the entire black is in the square, the entire pink is in the square, but the green and the other pink is not. So when I let go, it selects those two. And you can tell that it selected those two because it will have these 9 boxes around the selected object.
Okay.
Okay. With the object selected, we tell they selected because we have the dots on the screen. So we hover our selection tool. As you can see, it's black right now. We hover it over the green, it's still black. Hover it over this teal, still black. Hover it over the pink, it's still black. Once I get inside the area that's selected, it changes. Changes to a crosshair.
Okay.
That crosshair lets you know that whenever you see that crosshair, now you can grab and move what you have selected.
Oh.
So if I
Okay.
control Z it back, if those boxes are selected and I try to move them from over here, it's only going to deselect them and grab the green box.
Got you.
So you want to make sure that once you have something selected, in order to grab it, move it, or manipulate it, you have to be on top of it to where you can see that crosshair to know, okay, I have all of that selected. Those two areas are both selected. I can grab it from the pink, or I can move it from the black. Or I can move it from directly in the center where we see the X at. But I cannot move it from down here because now we don't see our crosshair anymore. It's going to deselect those selections and you're going to be frustrated. Like, what just happened? Once you understand this part, everything else gets a lot easier with moving and dragging stuff, right? So now if we select this pink, in the top right-hand corner of our design wizard, you have these 3 magic boxes right here. They will become your friends. They help you.
Sorry, I have to move the picture.
Oh, sorry about that. Let's make this bigger. Okay. These 3 boxes here. The first box is left click, same size. Hold on.
Okay. There we go.
Yeah. Left click, same size. So if we left click, if we click right here on this box, we left click this icon right here, this box, it's going to select everything that's the same size. Boom. Let's move them away. So let's see.
Okay.
Boom. So only those 3 boxes were the same size. I guess I resized it. I resized it from jump. That's cool. That's great. Boom. The next box is select everything that's the same color. So you can click on this pink and then boom, click that one. It selects everything that's the same color. If you drag it from the crosshair, you'll see you only selected the pink.
Got it.
It doesn't matter. I'm just making more pink boxes and resizing them for the next one, so you can see. You got to realize when you're dealing with stones, you're going to have thousands of stones on your screen at once. Some of them are going to be different color. Some of them might even be different sizes. And you want to be able to move and manipulate them all at once. So the last one here is left click, same size and color. So if we click here and we left click on this one, same size and color. Let's grab it and pull it out. So it's only those 2 that were the same size and color, while the other pink one were the same size. I mean, were the same color, different size.
Got it.
All right. Let's get rid of all of this. That helps you to select everything that's the same color. Like say you did a woman. She had on earrings. Her earrings were red. She had on a necklace that was red. She had on red shoes and she was holding a red umbrella. Like, you know what I mean? You don't want to sit there and click on this red, this red, this red. When you can just click on one, select it all that's at one time and do what you need to do with it, you know?
That's helpful.
That's the selection tool.
Okay.
The next one is the shape tool. That's more intermediate. So we're gonna skip past it until it comes up. The next one is the crop tool. I've never used it. The zoom tool, the actual zoom tool, I never used it because I zoom in by scrolling forward with my mouse.
Okay.
And I zoom
Oh,
out by rolling back.
okay.
So it may come in handy. I mean, and to use it, you simply just grab it and then click, and it is, you know, you can
Yeah.
zoom in by increments. But hey, I've never used it, so I don't even teach it. Let's see here. This is more intermediate as well. This is your freehand tool, like your line drawing tool, your 2-point line. I didn't fiddle around with this area until I was a few years in
Uh-huh.
to where I even understood it, you know. So you wouldn't necessarily be tinkering around with that right off the bat, but it's helpful to know that you can draw a 2-point line by simply clicking one area, dragging, and it's going to draw a straight line. Let it go, that's your straight line. Boom. The next
Okay.
tool is let's go with let me show you the 3-point curve. They come in handy, they do. Do a same line like before, but when you let it go, now you can curve it like so. And
So
then when
you
you
drew
click it,
the line and then you went back to curve it?
yes, well, the tool is all built into the tool. So once you click on it and you draw your line, once you let it go, you're on to the next step automatically. Like, you know what I mean? It's going to automatically, you can't move on to the next step unless you double click it. Then you just went past the arch effect.
Is this where you curve text? Is this how you curve them?
Yes,
Okay.
yes. You can, we'll do it now. We'll leave this line here. Boom. And then, so there's multiple tools inside of the freehand tool. The pen tool, B-spline tool, and we'll get to those, but I wanted to show you the two main ones that you may use right off the bat. You know what I mean? The straight
Hmm.
line and then the curved line. Let's go down here to our text tool. Click on the text tool, and we're just going to type out your name. Capital L-I-Z, capital S-A-L-O-U-R.
Hmm.
All right. I like to always deselect whatever tool I'm using and go back to my selection tool. So right after I get done typing my text, I go back to my selection tool. Boom.
Got it. Okay.
And then I use the selection tool to resize my text. As you see the arrow turned diagonal, now I can drag it and boom, make it bigger. Next, we want to change it from this regular font. We want something jazzy or snazzy, right? Okay, let me delete that line. I'll delete this other curve here.
Okay.
So there's two places where we can find our fonts. Right here in the center at the top. As soon as, okay. So as you see, when nothing is selected, all of this stuff is grayed out here. All you pretty much see is like the layout of the page. Like you can turn it here from portrait, or you can turn it to landscape. Like, so with nothing selected, all you're doing is changing the workspace dimensions or things how it may look. Once you select something, boom, everything that's optional for you to do opens up. Like all of this stuff now opened up. Okay.
Got it.
So
Uh-huh.
now we can bold our text. We can slant it, italic. We can underline it, do the simple stuff. Our fonts also pop up here in the center. Boom. You can use the drop down box and choose some fonts. But we also have a more intuitive font design wizard right here, where we can pull these two arrows out here
Uh-huh.
And inside of the design wizard, we have our own built-in font wizard, which you can change it everything to uppercase by hitting this U right here. Everything goes uppercase. Hit the L, everything goes lowercase. Hit the title, you get your capital letters.
Oh.
Also, right here, now you can start choosing your fonts. And you can even save a favorite font. So let's see here. Let's just say that if that was one of your favorite fonts, we can hit add to favorites right here. Boom. And now you can start creating a list of all your favorite fonts up here.
Oh.
So let's see. I'm just going to keep scrolling. I want to find something that's not bad. See, Calibri, that works. Calibri light is too light. Let me show you. So this is what you'll be doing your first couple of weeks is playing around with the text, seeing what works and what don't work. Let's deselect it. Let's close our font wizard up here by hitting these two arrows. That gives us more space to see. Now, let's size up our list. When you click on it, the dimensions now pop up in the top left here.
Mm-hmm.
That shows you the size of that actual object. As you can see, if I resize it, it sizes with it. This other number over here that you see, the X and the Y, that's just the coordinates. That's where this Liz Salour is coordinate-wise on this paper. Do you get me? As far as coordinates, yeah. Because if we move Liz Salour all the way down here to the bottom left, as you can see, that's like the origin point down here. So Y is like at 0 and X is like 4.3. That's just the position of where this is at on the paper. The closer I move it to the corner, as you can see, we get closer to 0. And then as we go up, now it's located at the, I confused myself when I first got started because it shows you inches right here as well. But that's the X and Y coordinates. The one you want to look at is this one where it shows you left to right and the height. So this is 8.381 inches by 1.569. When I first got started, I kept a ruler handy. I measured the shirt. Like, you know, I did a lot of women's shirts. Women, smaller women, they have smaller shirts, and the area right here may only be 12 inches. And if you want it to where the text is not up under their underarms, you want it to be, you want to take a ruler and see for yourself. You know what I mean?
Yes,
like,
for sure.
Because each garment is going to be different. You know, there's petite clothing, there's regular clothing, there's plus size. I always just use my ruler instead of trying to guesstimate. So,
okay.
8.381 inches is pretty decent for a medium-sized shirt. If it was a small shirt, I might want to go smaller, but once again, that's where that ruler will tell you how big you want it.
Okay.
All right. So we have two Liz Salours. One of them is thinner than the other one. Well, let's make this one primarily the same size so that I can show you something. When it comes to rhinestones, let's go to our place and fill tab. The place and fill tab that's your rhinestone tab. That's your.
Sorry, can I move there we go. So I could see.
Okay. Yeah, because I can see the screen, but I can't see what you can't see. If that makes sense.
Now I can. Okay.
So right here in the place and fill tab. Okay. So also don't let this overwhelm you. We have one main row. We have one main row here. This whole box right here, this never changes.
Okay.
All right. Down here, this box down here never changes.
Okay.
Each tab is specific for what it does. So this magic tab, I've never used it. Like, you know what I mean?
Okay.
This text effects tab, I've used it here and there. You know what I mean? Mock-up
Okay.
tab, I use that all the time. That's your mock-up for creating your shirt mock-ups.
Okay.
You once you use that a few times, that's gonna come second nature. You know,
Oh,
that's
good.
as simple.
Okay.
No, that's simple as clicking it. We got a woman's, and then you got the drop down boxes. So right here, we got the different type of shirts, whether it's front or back. And then once you click the shirt, it pops up on the shirt like that.
Oh.
And now you can ask your customer, you said you wanted a pink shirt with white text, right? And then boom, I just change the shirt to pink, change the text to white. I will highlight the whole shirt, and then we'll go to our export tab.
Uh-huh.
And when you're an exporter, so you'll probably type it out like pink shirt for Liz. Boom. And what I
Uh-huh.
like to do, I like to export them as PNG files so that they have a transparent background. So that way, if you were to do a collage of shirts, you can start layering them on top of each other and give the effect to say, that color, and you got the blue color. Oh, you said you wanted a green one as well. And you can do all of this to show your customer, like, here's all the colors, here's what they look like, you know, change
Can I
green.
ask you a question? So what does it mean by transparent background? Like,
Okay. So transparent background means, like, say we got this 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 t-shirt.
uh-huh.
I have to draw this square here. Boom. Now I'm going to change this box black. If I
Uh-huh.
push it to the back, now as you can see, the t-shirt it doesn't have a white box around it. It has a transparent background to where I can change the background color, and I can add objects into this layer.
Oh, okay.
And now I'm about to bring the shirt. Wait a minute. Go back. So I'm about to bring the shirt to the front. And now the text is gone. That's because the text is right here on this layer. And I got to bring it to the front. If there was not a transparent background, it will look like this. Whatever color the background is, your picture would look like this. You see how now the green shirt now has a white box around it, right? You know what I mean?
Oh,
And this blue shirt is transparent, so I can lay it on top. Wait a minute, put it on top. Had this blue box had a white background, then you could not layer it. Let me show you. It's gonna look like this.
oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. So wait a minute. Yeah, so you won't be able to layer them because it'll have a box around it. It'll have that ugly looking box around it, which won't allow you to layer the shirts.
Got you. And the only option is the PNG. EPS and JPEG and SVG will have a background as well.
No. They are different file formats. Like when I first
Oh,
got started, I advised people like to take a short reading, like you know what I mean, and say, ask Google, what's the difference between PNG, JPEG, EPS, and SVG? You know, that's a
okay.
totally different training session, and it's just a short read, But then once you see it and once you dive into it, you'll have a greater understanding for yourself. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The more you learn, you'll be able to teach me stuff. Like, you know what I mean? Hey Ray, I was reading. Did you know that? You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know everything. I just know what I do. You know what I mean?
Okay. Yes, for sure.
So scalable, the SVG, that's a scalable vector graphic. That's mostly used for vinyl cutters and things that you want to scale and you don't want to lose resolution for. So pictures are JPEGs. You know, if you scale a picture up, the more and more you scale it, you start seeing the pixelated boxes that make up the image.
Okay.
Or is that all new to you as well?
Kind of new. I mean, new. I mean, yeah, new.
What kind of cell phone you got?
And iPhone.
You got an iPhone? What number? Which one?
I have no idea. It's the 10 or 12. I don't know. It's an older one.
Okay.
It's my kids texting me.
Which one did you have before that?
Uh, the 10 or I don't know. Honestly, my husband might.
Okay, I'm only saying that so that you can understand that as as the newer devices come out, the
Uh,
resolution get better, the picture
yes,
get better, the picture quality get better. That's the
yes.
same way with images. Like, you know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
So if I were to take a picture of you on a iPhone 4, right?
Uh-huh, uh-huh,
And upload it onto the internet, and then somebody is like, "Oh, I would love to make that picture a 6 foot poster board, like, you know what I mean, to hang up, like, you
uh-huh,
know what I mean, at
uh-huh.
parties and stuff." Once they blow it up, the more and more they blow it up, it's going to lose what's called resolution. It's going to lose that picture quality.
Got it.
It's going to start showing these little boxes that represents the image.
Got
Uh,
it.
with a scalable vector graphic, that doesn't happen. You know, so it's
Oh,
comprised of lines and shapes.
got it.
Uh, let's let's go back. Page 1.
Okay.
I'm gonna delete all of this because
Think
that was just showing how to do the mock-up and then how to get fancy and layer mock-up on top of mock-up on top of mock-up to
I
show people.
appreciate that. That's actually that taught me something.
That's what we're here for. All right, so check this out. You're gonna love this.
Okay.
You're gonna play around with this a lot, and I encourage you to. So
Okay.
inside our place and fill tab. So mind you, we only use a few tabs. We're gonna use the edit tab, place and fill, templates, mockups, and export.
Okay.
Export is self-explanatory.
Uh-huh.
Mockups is self-explanatory. Edit and place and fill are the main tool you're gonna use, and you're only going to use template after you're done with your design and you're ready to create the multiple templates with it. So
Ooh, okay.
that's like the final step is the template tab. So you're not even going to be fiddling with that until the end of your design.
Got it.
So we're in a place and fill tab right now. This is the fun tab. This is where you add the rhinestones at. And the rhinestones are pretty simple once you look at it. So you can either add them to the inside or the outside, or you can choose not to add stones at all, which is going to add lines instead of stones. And those lines are contour lines, you know, they're outlines, you know what I mean? That's how
Mm-hmm.
you take this text here. So with no stones on, if we put one island here, boom, I never changed the spacing. I never changed the fill line. I changed the contour. Now the contour is how thick you want that line to be. Play around with this. You'll be amazed. Let's go from point 1. We're going to start off at point 1. We're going to just hit island fill here. What happens is it created an outline. Let's change it to pink so we can see it. Boom.
Okay, sorry. So the contour is the thickness of the line that you create.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. So that one is on 0.1. Let's make a copy.
How do you make a copy?
I'm just grabbing it, I'm
Okay.
dragging it, and I'm right-clicking.
Okay.
I'm right-clicking before I let go of left-click. It's almost like a simultaneous thing.
Okay.
Or the traditional way, click it, and you can right-click here,
Okay.
and you get this whole list of menu that comes up where you can just go straight to copy. Boom. Then you want to deselect it. Boom. Right click on the open area and paste.
Got it.
It'll paste it right on top of it though. So then you have to move it in order to see the copy.
Okay. But the way you did it, it left the pink and then only moved the black.
Yes, because I only grabbed the black.
Gotcha.
I grabbed the black from in here. I dragged it. Once I saw the crosshair, I dragged it out and right click and it made a copy.
Got it.
Now, how if I would have selected the whole thing using my selection tool,
yes,
then grabbed it, I can still grab both of them, drag it and right click, it'll make a copy of both of them.
Gotcha.
So I only selected the black when I did it.
Okay.
And let's delete this one. Boom.
Okay.
We're going to make this contour smaller. So I'm going to go 0.05. So half of 1, 0.05. We're going to island fill that.
Okay.
So let's make it pink. And I'm going to right click on this X up here. So to get rid of that black, that blue outline that you see on the pink.
Okay.
So,
yeah, that confused me. Okay.
Yes, yes. Oh, it confused me so much too. Let's do it again with the lids down here. I'm going to highlight the whole thing. Uh-oh, I grabbed my line by accident. Highlight the whole thing and right click on this X.
Okay.
Boom.
I see.
So what that pretty much does is, as you can see, the 0.5 is a lot smaller than the 1.
Yes.
And if we went up on this next one to 0.15, island fill, as you can see, to be even thicker.
Yes.
So you want to play around with that when you want to create your outlines, because with your outline, it gives it just that 2-color flare, you know?
Yes.
We're going to change the contour now to 0.075.
Is that the standard 0.075?
0.075 is the standard for rhinestone.
Okay.
So you always want it at 0.075. Here lately, though, I have it at 0.08.
Okay.
Here's why. I've been using 0.05 for the longest time. And we're going to use yellow stones. Let's do an island fill at 0.075. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Let's undo. I forgot to change it. We got to click on inside and then click on add stones. Now we're ready. So click on the black and then island fill.
Okay.
Okay?
Ooh.
Whenever you do an island fill, whenever you do any one of these fills, you want to clear the paths and then merge overlapping stones.
Okay.
Boom. And that's pretty much what it gave us right there.
Okay.
Not bad, not bad. But as you can see, there's some stones are still overlapping. Some of them are still touching. That's at 0.075. Let me change it to 0.08. Now we're just basically getting bigger in the size from where the stone placement is from the edge. Clear the paths and merge overlapping stones. Now, to me, that looks just a little cleaner, but then it's coming off of the edge just a little 0.5 more. So what I'll do is I'm trying to get it to where I want it dead in the center. So let's try. I don't want it to double up like it's trying to. It's trying to double the text up, double the stones up. So let's go up one more, 0.1. Let's click on it and do an island fill. Okay, clear the paths and merge overlapping stones. Boom. Okay, so the more, here's what was happening. The closer the number is to 0, the closer it is on this edge. I got to make a copy so you can see.
Okay.
So you can play. So I want you to play around with this because this is how you would get the hang of it. Boom. So we started at 0.075. 0.075. Island field. What it tries to do is using 0.075, it tries to use that measurement from the side of the pink is 0.075 inches into the black. So when we do our clear path and merge overlapping stones, it tries to put 2 rows in some places. That's because it got enough room for it. The higher we make the contour, it pulls them stones closer off the edge and closer to the middle. All right. Let me show you this.
How do you clear it like this? Do you hit delete after you select?
Yep, I'm just grabbing all of these stones.
Let
me go back. I'm grabbing half of them because if I select the whole thing, it's going to select everything. And then if I hit delete, it's going to delete everything.
Got it.
So what I'm doing is using that selection trick that I showed you at the beginning to select just the stones. I know I'm not getting any of the black or any of the pink because it's all welded together in your name. I'm only selecting the circles.
Got it.
Because Liz and Salour, that's collected. Let's drop this number below 0.75. Let's actually go with a 0.01, right? And we're going to click on here. Watch what happens. Island fill, clear the path, merge overlapping stones. That looks great. But what it did was it put those stones right on the edge of the line versus inside the line. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Putting it on the edge of the black versus inside the black. So that may look good to some folks, and it may work perfectly, but in order to achieve this look, you have to sublimate and then layer the stones on top. Because if you're using vinyl, after the first wash, all of these stones that are touching that pink vinyl, because this black isn't going to be here. Boom. So all of the stones that are touching this pink vinyl will eventually fall off in the wash because rhinestones cannot adhere to vinyl. So what we want is we want those stones to be inside of the black area. Well, I changed it to white. So if you were sublimating, and I do a lot of sublimating now, that would definitely work. You can create designs like that all day long. But what we need is we need to get our stones inside of the black area, because the black area is basically going to touch the shirt and make the stones adhere to the fabric.
Okay.
So that's why I played around with this number here until I got it. So the main one is 0.075. 0.075 island, well, my bad. Yep, it was too low. You see, I got an error. So 0.075, and then click here, island fill. Hold on, wait, let me see what I'm doing wrong. It's 0.075. Do I want to report it? No. Oh, duh. I wasn't clicking on the text. I was clicking on the arrow here.
Oh.
You click on the text, 0.075 island field, clear the path, merge overlapping stones, and boom. So what we could do though, it doesn't look bad, you know, it just needs some fixing. If you wanted the double row and you wanted it to be full like this, now is where we will use our tools.
Okay.
Our rhinestone tools. So what I like to do is I like to visually look at it and I like to get rid of what I feel like may be clutter. So this right here definitely doesn't look like it goes. Boom. I'm get rid of him.
How did you get rid of it? You click on it?
Click on it and delete it.
Okay.
So I click on it and delete it.
Okay.
These here, I want to move those to the outer edge. So I just grab it and drag it to the edge. Boom. This one, I'm gonna do the same with that. Boom. Same with that. Boom. And I look at it and I'm like, okay, these bottom ones right here, they can go to the edge as well. You're gonna love this. When I first got started, I was not using this technique and I struggled with this part right here because it took me so long because I was clicking on everything. So now I'm just moving them to the edge. And once you get them to the edge, boom. Now you wanna, I like to start when I'm dealing with circles. Oh, the mouse is so sensitive right now. Okay. I like to do half and then do the other half. So I'll click right here on this one, hold shift, and select the ones on this outer row here. Boom. And then right here, we use the replace stones to make the spacing equal button.
Okay.
Click on that. It makes the spacing equal. Let's add a stone. Add a stone. That looks good. Let's see if I add one more, what happens? That looks too cramped. So that's -1 stone here. Boom. And what you want to do is hold shift and clear the path right here. That gets rid of that black line that was in there in between the circles.
Gotcha.
So what we want to do, we can do it for the other side as well. Even though the other side pretty much looks perfect, I'm such a OCD at times. I like to just go in there and make sure that they are spaced equally. Replace stones and make the spacing equal button here.
Okay.
That was pretty good. They didn't even move. I'm gonna hold shift and clear the paths here.
So you hold shift and clear the path like that. You don't just click on clear the path.
Yeah, correct. You want to hold shift and then click on clear the paths here. Because if you don't, let's see here. I was showing someone this the other day, and you just got to see it in action and then be like, oh, okay. Because if it ever happens to you, I want you to know what happened and how to fix it. So let's say here we grab this whole line, and we're basically about to equal space the stones. Boom. And if we just clear the path here, clicking this line without holding shift, we just gonna hit boom. Nothing happened.
Okay.
But when I hold shift and then click it, it clears that black line.
Got it.
Not clear that black line. That black line will be a cut path that goes through your circles. And it will ruin your template, basically. Like, you know what I mean?
Yes.
You want your circles free and clear of any cut lines. So I was just showing you the way to take this text and fill it up. It takes time though, right?
Yeah.
The bigger the text is, the more room the stones have to sit in place. So now if we did that exact same thing with more space, island fill, clear the paths, merge overlapping stones, now you can see it's almost perfect in there. It needs
Yeah.
just a little adjustment. Like it didn't quite get the L good here.
Uh-huh.
So I would drag out my ruler, use that ruler for the positioning of this bottom stone here.
Ooh, that's where that comes in handy. Okay.
Boom. It's actually got a snap to feature here. So let's cut the snap to on. Let it snap the guidelines and objects. So now when I click it, see, it snaps to it. See the snap line?
Uh-huh.
Boom. I let it go. It's right there
Oh,
on that line.
okay.
What I also like to do is, like this one right here, let's drag him into place here.
Ooh,
Of course, I can drag out another line here just to make sure that they lined up.
right.
Place that on that edge, grab this one and just move them over a hair. Boom.
Got you. And what would you put in that hole there? Would you put another stone or?
No, we got the tool for that. We have the replace stones to make the spacing equal. So we'll click on
Oh,
one stone, hold shift to select all of the other stones. So click on one stone, hold shift,
uh-huh.
select the next stone in the row, continue holding shift, bing, 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 and then use our replace stones to make the spacing equal button.
Okay, so you hold shift first and then click on each stone
Yes.
to select it? Okay,
Yep. So
okay.
I'll start with this one, hold
Uh-huh,
shift, click, 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 click.
uh-huh,
Now it
uh-huh,
has all 5 of them. When
uh-huh.
I equal space it right here, it
Oh,
equal spaces them out. And then you can add a stone
yes.
or add another stone. That's too many. So let's take that stone back.
Are you still holding shift?
No, you only
Oh,
hold shift to select those multiple objects.
okay,
Once you're done selecting those multiple objects, you can then let go of shift. Shift is only used to select multiple objects.
okay.
And for the one part to clear the line.
Got you,
I don't use shift for anything else except for those 2 reasons.
got you.
Okay.
Makes sense then.
So we're gonna hold shift and now clear the line. Boom. Now let's save our work. Save our work.
Oh,
We're gonna save this as Liz.
can we put it on my desktop?
Huh?
Okay.
No, we're
Can we,
not gonna put it. No, that's where you put everything at.
yeah.
All right, so what I did was I'm gonna do a free class on this because everybody needs this. I only know it because I went to school for computer programming and computer networking. But
Uh-huh.
once you get into this and you're heavily into it, you're going to want to come up with a file system that you remember. You want to come up with a
Okay.
file system that's easy for you to where you know where stuff is at. Like, piling everything on the desktop, your desktop eventually runs out of space,
Yes.
So what I like to do with mine is I have specific folders, about 5 of them. One of them is called templates to be cut. Everything that's in this templates to be cut is actual CorelDraw file that I've either worked on in some way, or I put all my CorelDraw files in my templates to be cut folder, which lets me know, okay, these are all files that that I'm designing to be cut.
Okay.
That doesn't mean that my it only has to be a cut design. It could be a sublimation design, a DTF design. That's where all of my CorelDraw designs are. And I named it templates to be cut so that I know, okay, after I do the design, that's the template to be cut. I don't know why I
Got
named it like that, but it works for me because the
Okay.
next one that I have is templates for sale. That means
Oh,
all of the templates that have been created already that are ready for sale. You know, the other
yeah.
ones are ready to be cut, which means that they're in that folder because they're not for sale, or there's somebody else's design I'm working on, or my projects. If it makes it to the for sale folder, that means I've already made a guide for it. All the files are ready to go. If somebody says, oh, I like this design, I can easily go to my templates for sale folder and just grab those files and send them just those files.
Got it. That's
My,
smart.
man,
Okay.
my next folder is images. Images are all of the images that I may have found throughout the course of time. Whether it's a JPEG image, whether it's a SVG image, I have a folder. Let me show you.
Okay.
We're gonna save it right here on your desktop for now, because in a later episode, I'll show you how to create all of these folders and organize it. But right
Can I
here,
ask you one thing? Sorry. Can you just show me how you would create, like, put the burst rhinestones around this? Like,
yeah,
on,
yeah, yeah. I have a totally different method, which is a lot simpler than everybody else's.
okay.
Let me see here. Oh,
And if we go over, I can Venmo you. It's not a problem if you have time.
okay. My next training isn't until 4, so I have time.
Okay.
All right, so I was playing around with the scatter, and I like it, but it isn't as intuitive. Can you still see my screen?
No.
Okay, hold on.
Uh, I see my screen.
Okay. All right, if you can hit stop share on at the bottom in the middle.
Okay, now I see yours. Okay.
Hmm,
Ooh.
where is it at? All right, here it is. Here's. So what I did was I created a file for the actual splatter effect. Boom. And what's so easy about it is, okay, let's say Liz,
Uh-huh.
and we're going to do SALOUR. Boom. Open up the design wizard on mine, drag it out. Now I already have my favorites in there. So let's choose a few. Boom. Headlines uni. Let's make it comparable size. So let's go 9 inches. Boom. All right. So first we want to add rhinestones to this. So we go to our place and field tab, and let's try an island field. Let's clear the path, merge overlapping stones. That looks pretty good.
Yeah.
Um, sure enough, we got to move this one little stone here. Boom. Delete these little stones down here. I'm just clicking and deleting. I tried to add an extra stone here. I'm gonna drag my ruler down. Boom. Now, shift is used for selecting multiple objects. The other button that you will use is control. If we hold control here, boom. We hold control first before we even click anything. We hold control. It allows you to grab this dot here and move it straight up and down.
Oh,
So you can go left and right, but it stays on that plane of either straight up and down or left and right. You can't go in circles with it. I'm trying to go in circles with it. I cannot. The minute I
okay.
let go of control, I'm about to let go of control now. Watch what happens.
Got it.
So now I can freehand move it, or if I hold control, I can only go left or right or up and down.
Got it.
That comes in handy for this part right here, where I only need to move this yellow dot directly down to boom.
Got it.
Till it catches on the line. So now I
Ah,
know it's straight. All right. In the past, all right, I struggled with this. That's why I came up with my own way. In the past, watching the videos on TRW, you're supposed to come down here to this effects panel. You're supposed to hit scatter. You're supposed
yeah.
to decrease the count by, let's just say, 2, and the fade by like 1.
Uh-huh.
And then you're supposed to, I guess, island fill it still. See that? And that didn't work for me. Like,
Yeah.
so what I came up with was a lot of people were asking me about it, so I just did my own scatter pattern, which is pretty much stones randomly scattered.
Uh-huh.
I'll grab this pattern. Now I can copy it, go come over to my text that I just created.
Uh-huh.
Let's paste it over here.
Uh-huh.
And we'll pasted it up there. I'm a,
Mm.
I'm a, I'm a push P. P is going to move that right to the center of the page, like so.
Just pressing P or
Just pressing P. No matter
okay.
where this is on the page, no matter where this could be boom. Now we got to realize all of these circles are separate. So if I did and I press P now, it's going to place it on the center of the page, but then it took those yellow dots and it centered it too. So you don't want to do that. If we take and click here, let's get rid of this other one. It's confusing. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
If we click on just the black and we hit P, it's going to place it in the center of the page. Boom.
Okay.
If we click all of these circles and we press P, it moves them all to the center of the page. So now they're like all right there on top of
Everywhere.
each other. They're right
Okay.
there because they all went to the center of the page. So in order to stop that from happening, you have to group those. So we'll right click on it and group them together. Now they're
Uh-huh.
grouped like that. Now if we click it and press P, they go right to the center.
Got it.
So it's 1,000 objects. As long as you group them, you will be okay. And here we have our scatter. As you can see, it's scattering over top of the yellow stone. If let's ungroup. I'm just going to highlight just that section. Boom. I'm gonna come down here and you can either mark the bottom overlapping stones red, or you could mark the top overlapping stones red. Let's just go for the top overlapping stones. Wait a minute. That didn't do it right. Something, oh, yeah. All of this pink is still together. So let me ungroup all objects. So now they're all free. As you can see, there's nodes around all of them. Now I can select this section. And now I can click mark top or mark bottom, whichever is your preference. And now when we zoom in, we can see all of those red stones that were overlapping the other ones. If we click right here in CorelDraw, like so, that activates CorelDraw again. We can just hit delete and get rid of all of those extra stones.
Oh.
So now, if we were to just select this section here and go for our mock-up, let's click on Simulate Stones this time. Boom. And then click on the shirt. Now we'll get our mock-up with our scattered effect. Give it time. There it is. I grabbed a little more at the top than I did the bottom. And let's just say if they were all pink stones with no vinyl on a black shirt, right click here. There we have it. Sure enough, I could have cleaned up the stones a little bit more of the ones that were going through the name.
Uh-huh.
I think that's sort of the allure of it as well when you use scatter.
Can I show you my design, like what I meant on it's in my email.
Yeah, show it to me. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Okay. Do I have to stop sharing your screen?
Oh, hold on. There we go. And go ahead and share yours.
Okay, so, oh yeah, we went to more and then share screen. Okay, and then not this one. And then let me pull it up. Let me pull up my email. There's two actually. I don't know how do I share multiple screens or
yeah,
let me
yeah. When you hit share screen, the top one that says screen, if you click on that one and then hit share, it will share everything that's on your screen. Okay,
oh
yeah.
wait, like something like that, or another one is not that one, sorry. Like that, like you see?
Yeah.
Okay.
I know how to do those. Let me show you.
Okay.
Dun, dun, dun.
Do you want me to stop sharing?
Oh, yes.
Okay. Because you're right. I was watching CorelDraw. I mean TRW. Because I try to watch all your videos in TRW, but it's just so confusing.
Okay, we're gonna take this text here and let's copy it here down to page 2. Boom. And let's see here. Let's go to our place and field tab.
Let me move this. Sorry. Okay. There you go.
Let's move this up a little bit.
Okay.
Let's go with the scatter box and see. This is where I fiddle with these numbers. So let's see. Oh, that's okay. So first you want let's go 5 islands. And they're on the outside. And it's going to decrease the count by 2 and the fade by 1. So let's just click it.
What
and
fade?
So it would decrease the rhinestone count by 2, and then it will fade each each line by 1, which gives it
Okay.
the scatter effect, as in one layer is condensed, the next layer is a little less condensed, next layer is a little less condensed.
Got you. Okay.
We're going to change the color to pink. Let's click on the text and let's do our island fill.
Okay.
Okay, so it got a little boxes here on the outside, but then it started doing square, square, square. So I put it on scatter box. So let's go back. Let's choose the first one here. And let's decrease the count by, let's do 10 and the fade by 3. I'm just randomly choosing numbers here.
Okay.
And then let's do our island fill. Okay, so that, let me see here. Let's go back. I got it right. It's with these numbers here. So let's go, let's go 1 and 3. Island fill. Okay, that's still not it. Wait a minute. So we're getting our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're getting our 5 lines, but let's take 0 right there and do a fade by 3. Oh, and I bet you the density plays along too. And yeah.
What's
Okay.
hatch fill and path fill?
Okay, I'll order it right now. Oh, give me 2 seconds. I gotta order some vinyl.
Okay.
Okay.
No worries.
E-transfer warehouse. Logged in. Let's get some. Sorry about that. Cutoff time is 3 p.m. I'm trying to have it done. Thermoflex. Aaron. Thermoflex school. All right. 5 yards, right? Yeah. Oh, it's not in my cart. White. Add to cart. Check out. Delivery. Come on, pick up. Curbside pickup. Okay. Got it set. All right. All right, let's see here.
Where do you get your fonts from?
Oh, I go to thefont.com, DAFONT.
Okay. Yeah, I know. Okay. I know where that is. That's where I got my block letter.
Yeah, I love thefont.com. So decrease count by 10, fade by 1, density by 1. Let's try this. Outside. So I was playing around with this with That could be it. I think I'm doing too many. I know the islands is right, because we wanted to be on as most islands as possible. But look how see it scatters them out so far. Let's see here. Hold on. That's it. I know that's it. But let's see here. Let's reverse the numbers. Let's go 3 and 10 with 5 islands. Come on. So you can see it down here working. The blue
Yeah.
bar. Okay. Looks like I still see squares outside here.
Oh,
You see them down here?
yeah.
So it looks like it's still doing 5 islands wide, but I want to see how it looks in here because we can delete the other islands as long as this part has the scatter that we're looking for. If that's the case, then we'll have to just rev it up to create more inside this close area. But
When do you use path fill and hatch fill and offset fill?
so I never use path fill. I never use offset fill. I don't even think the Rhinestone Wizard. But well, path fill, it basically fills the path, but then it deletes the text or it deletes the object or deletes whatever was there. It takes that image and replaces it with a rhinestone path. I never use it because I don't like it. Like you know what I mean? It takes away. Yeah, look at that. Wow. All right, hold on. We're gonna get it right. We're gonna get it right.
This is funny.
Hold on. Look, I'm confident enough to where see when other people try to do this, they get lost because the the rhinestone wizard has changed. So right here, oh, let me show you. A lot of people don't know this. Right here inside the design wizard, you have built-in video tutorials. So right here,
Yeah,
boom. And let's actually go to that feature. Let's see here.
I think
It's
place
in
and
it.
fill.
And it's the scatter effect contour. Let's see what they say. But I'm almost sure I'm doing it right. And I think the last time I went to go try to follow this tutorial, it still was not giving me what I wanted. Let's see here. So, this is going to be recorded. So about an hour or hour and a half, once we're done, I'll be able to send you the video recording.
Awesome. I can't hear it.
Oh, you can't hear it on my end?
No.
Okay, okay. Oh, let's see here.
Still can't hear, but it's okay. I can go to the video. I know where it is. I can't hear you.
All right.
Now
Now
I
you
can
can hear
hear
it.
you.
Now you can hear it.
No, I can't, but it's okay. I'll go to the video. I know where it is.
Ah, okay. Okay, okay. I was going too far on the. Okay, so it's a 0.01. Got it. Okay. Let's go back to the design wizard and the fade by 0.01. Decrease count by, let's do 7 like he did. And then let's go with 10 islands. Let's click on Liz, island field.
Okay. You can get what you want. You're fine. I'm doing two. What are you gonna cook? In half an hour. Or less. Or less. I'll let you know. So you did it by 0.1?
Yes, but I like it, but I don't like it. So let me see. Let's try this. For our contour, right up alongside of the stone, let's not have it at 0.075. Let's have it at 0.01. And okay, right up along it. And then, well, island fill. I think I'm gonna take the density off because he didn't change density at all. Oh, there we go. There we go. There we go. Okay, that's looking better. That's looking a lot better. I
Okay.
had the fade too high. See, I haven't done these. I tried it when I did, and I was like, I'm gonna do it another way. But look, here we are. And it's still okay. We're gonna turn the density off. Boom. It seems like it should be closer. Density off, fade by, let's do a 0.02. I just want to see what's the difference. Then let's do, let's go back. That'd be my problem. I get halfway through the tutorial and I'm like, I got it. No, I don't. Let me see here. Where we at? Place and fill, scatter effect,
Got it.
contour.
Yeah.
Hmm. Okay. We're going to keep it on. Where is he? Oh,
Huh?
no, I'm trying to see where that screen popped up at so I can. Okay, here we go. Where did it move it to? Hold on.
I don't know.
Okay. All right. Let's try it one more time. Decrease count. Let's do 5 islands. Decrease count by 5, and let's do our fade by 0.2. There we go. Let's clear the path. Clear the path, merge overlapping stones. There it is. There we go, Liz.
Yay.
And then if we turn this to white, there we have it. So all of these stones right here on the edge, let's take it off of 0, 1 and put it back on. Let's go back to 0, 5. I mean 0.075. Island field. Let me change the color of the stone so we can see it. Let's clear the path, merge overlapping stones. Boom.
So my name will be blank. Like if I don't want to cut vinyl, it'll be blank.
Yeah, let's see it on the shirt. Let's do our mock-up tab.
Okay.
And then I like to just change it. Let's go a women's V-neck shirt front, simulate stones, and click there. So now if I deselect, if I delete it, of course, because there won't be any stones there, that it pretty much look like that. Let's grab it, make white stones on a black shirt. Boom.
Got
So
it.
what I would personally do though is I would go in there and add stones here.
Uh-huh. Ooh, how did you do that? Oh, shift and then
You remember? Go ahead, tell me.
arrow up.
No, you almost got it. So I clicked on one.
Uh-huh.
I hold shift. I clicked on the other one,
Uh-huh.
and then I clicked on this replace spacing to make the spacing equal.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
And then
Okay.
we add one, add one, add one, add one, add one.
Okay. So you could still change it on the markup too. Like you're able to edit it.
Yeah, 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 for
Got
sure.
it. Okay.
Like, but I do it all the time, and I have to stop myself from doing it. If you change it on the mock-up, you're only changing it on the mock-up. What you want to do is just delete this mock-up, change it on the original design, and then just redo a mock-up. What I get into a habit of doing is I be so ready to send it to the customer so they can see it. I will fix the mock-up and then forget to fix the original. So now here it is, they all paid, they ready for me to create their shirt.
Got it.
In the middle, I'm in the middle of a training. I'll call you back, sweetheart.
All right, I forgot you're doing training.
Okay. Fix your face. It's okay.
Love you guys.
Love you too.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, she used to call me for lunch. But right here.
oh, that's my husband came for.
So right here, I'm gonna just go ahead. Let me change it to a color so we can see it. So now that we got our scatter effect looking pretty good, what I would do now is I would go in there and clean it up and make it more robust. So
Okay.
all of these areas here, I'm just going to I'm just
Now, what
delete
if you wanted to cut my name in vinyl? How would you keep that? Like,
right there. There it is. That's blue
oh,
vinyl.
okay.
That's
So I can save this as an S whatever for my silhouette, bring it in, and then ungroup it, move my name
oh,
to
you don't have to do all of that. So
oh,
think of it as rhinestone template and then vinyl cutout.
okay,
So if we let's I'm gonna nudge it just so we can see it.
okay.
If you took this part right here, went to our
Templates.
export, you would do templates if you had a traditional cutter like I do. Without having a traditional cutter, you have to import it into your silhouette or your design space or your studio.
What kind of cutter do you have, right?
I have a US cutter. It's a commercial cutter. So
Oh, okay.
it doesn't need a board or a mat. The vinyl pretty much cuts upside down along a cutting strip.
Got it.
Let me see here. So right here, this is the vinyl. To cut it out, what you say you had silhouette?
Yeah.
To cut it out in silhouette, all you would do is export it here. So let's name it. We'll name it Liz Salour Vinyl. And then you'll export it as an SVG. You want to save it where you're going to save it at. And then you'll import that SVG into your silhouette.
Okay.
And now it's ready as a cut file. You can resize it, but if you resize it, it will no longer fit your rhinestone.
Gotcha. And then
So,
how do I do the rhinestone template part?
for rhinestone template, you would basically grab it all, right click, and combine. So now all your circles are combined. It tells you the size here, 10.688. What I typically do is I'll put that size right here up under it, 10.688 times. Let's go back and get the other one. 3.384. 3.384. And then I'll put the inches on it. And I like to add bold to it. So I'll click up here on the B. Well, first you gotta deselect it and then click on the B. Boom.
Okay.
I like to make it a little bigger so I can see it. And now I'll save. Boom. I save it in my files as so now it's saved to Corel, but now I have to export this. So we do the same thing. We export this as a SVG. We want to not name it vinyl. We want to name it stone.
Okay.
And really, per silhouette users, it's best if this is ungrouped. So I'm gonna break the curve apart. And then Liz Salour Stones. I'm gonna export it as an SVG.
And then open it up in Silhouette.
Open it up in Silhouette as that SVG file.
And then send it to cut.
And then send it to cut, correct.
Do I need to group it in Silhouette or just leave it as it is?
I couldn't tell you. I don't have a Silhouette. Like, you know what I mean?
Okay.
I have a Cricut Explore Air 2. So from as I can ascertain, I do have a silhouette lady in my group who specializes in silhouette. So she'll be able to, I guess, inform you. But I think I've never used silhouette. Like, you know what I'm saying? I've never purchased that machine. I went and got a Cricut because most people, when I first started the group, that's what they had was Cricut. But if you ask me, they're one and the same. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Once you drag that SVG file in there, you should
Be able to cut.
yeah. Or you should know whether you have to ungroup it or group it. Like, you know what I mean?
Gotcha. Yeah. And then once I cut the vinyl, I can just
So once you
put
cut
it
the
on.
vinyl,
Yeah.
once you cut the vinyl, when I first got started, I layered my shirt. You know, I grabbed my shirt and I positioned my vinyl. But then you got to remember, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 layers of rhinestones on the outside. So typically we would go 3 fingers from the collar, right?
Yeah.
You want to do like 3 fingers from the collar, but then what I do is my rhinestone template is already brushed in and picked up, so I can actually grab it and use it for placement, so I can know where exactly to put my lids vinyl. If that makes sense.
Yes.
The first couple of shirts I did it too high, and stones were all up on the collar.
That's funny. But in CorelDraw, it's not ungroup and group. You said break curve apart and then combine. It's not called grouping and ungrouping, or
No, it's not. It's called so here we go. I'll show you right here.
okay, right? Okay.
I'm grabbing all of that.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna right click and I'm gonna break the curve apart. Once I break the curve apart, watch what happens to your letters. The A, the O, and the R. Break curve apart. Boom.
Oh.
If we go up here to our wireframe view, we can see it that it's still objects there. Like the inside of the O is still there. The inside of the R and the A is still there in wireframe, but with it all broken apart, it looks like solid. What you can do is, if we highlight the A, what comes up here is combine. If we combine all of that, there's our A.
Gotcha.
So we combine it again, there's our O.
Okay.
And combine it for our R. So
got it.
It's break curve apart or combine. I don't know why they got it like that. Like, I wish the terminology was universal, you know.
Yeah.
But each software will have their own prerequisite of words and phrases to use that goes along with their software. But I just wish it was all cohesive, and then it would be easier for people to, you know, come from one ecosystem to the other, you know.
Yes. Okay. So I think I just need to play around, watch the video, take notes.
And play with text. I want to show you something real quick.
Okay.
Oh, we broke that apart because this was one of the questions you were asking from the beginning. I'm gonna delete that because we got to start. It has to be text. It can't be welded. It has to be straight out text.
What's the difference between weld and grouping?
Okay. So weld. Oh, I have to go back. Let me show you. Oh, you're gonna love this. You're gonna love it. Boom. Okay, and then we got to do another one down here. Boom. Then we got to do another one right here and another one right here. Let's go ahead and make those blue. We want one to be pink and make this one purple. Okay, let's get rid of those lines. X. Okay, so, oh, wait a minute. Maybe this got to be a different color. So, okay. So if we weld these two, we're basically going to be welding them together. So if I click on the blue, then click on this purple color here, I weld it together. Watch what happens. Now the blue is welded into the purple. If I click on this purple, hold shift, click on this blue, and group them together, they're just grouped. So now when I select either one, they're grouped together and I can move them together.
Okay, so sorry, when you right click, there was group and combine. What's the difference between those two?
They are one and the same, but grouping only groups them. Combine actually combines them. So here we have these two that are grouped. If I hover that blue over that purple, now I hold shift and select that last purple and right click and hit. There's no combine because I can't combine them. But if I ungroup this, now I can hold the blue, hold shift, and combine the blue to the purple. But watch what happens. So now it took those two boxes and combined them together, but then extracted the area in the middle where they overlap. But if I were to weld it, then I welded it all together.
Oh, okay.
So it confused me at first as well. Like, you know what I mean? The more you play with it, the more you will see, like, let me try it again. Like, I can combine these two boxes. Let's get rid of all of this. Boom. Or one I'm going to do combine and one I'm going to do weld. These two, same. I'm following the same procedure. I'm clicking on one, holding shift, clicking on the other one, right click, and combine. Boom. Do it over here. Shift, right click, and well, no. It's not there. It's up here. It's weld. So we can weld it here. Boom. When we weld it, as you can see in the wireframe, it welded those two pieces together as what the definition of weld. When we combined those two boxes together, and during that combination of combining them, we lost the middle piece because it overlapped there and it just combined the two. Now we can still weld this after we combined it and weld it all down. So don't let it confuse you. I use combine and then I weld. Like, I mean, because of that main reason, you know. A lot of times I will go right click combine, and right after I combine, I weld.
Okay.
As you're playing around with it, you will see sometimes you may go weld two things together and it didn't quite work the way you thought it should in your mind. Go back and combine them first and then weld it, and then you will see the difference.
Okay.
They're almost one and the same, as you can see. They're almost identical. They just take on different properties for how they actually merge the two pieces together.
Got it.
I used to use weld all the time. And then I started realizing, like, oh, okay. I was welding because sometimes you're going to get into a vibe where you like, oh, I want to weld this to this. Boom. Then you weld that to that. And then you be like, oh, I want to weld that too. Boom. And then you're like 9 welds in, and it's the last weld do not weld everything properly together. You're going to be like, what happened? Take a step back, control Z it, try to do combine and then weld, and you different result.
Got it.
All right, let me show you this real quick and I'm gonna let you go.
Okay.
All right, so we used our curve, right? We used our 3-point curve. Start off with a straight line like so, and then we arch it.
Oh yeah.
Go back to our selection tool. Now, if we right click right here on your name, we get options that come up. Wait a minute. My bad. we gotta drag it, and once it gets to the curved line, you'll see something pop up. Boom. I'm trying to do it all wrong. Left click and drag it. Wait a minute. Left click and drag the text. And then, okay, that pops up. The little crosshair again pops up. Once you let go, it says you get all these options. Move here, copy fill here, copy outline here, copy all properties, power clip inside, or fit text to path. Let's fit text to path.
Oh.
And now once it's fit to path, you can click on it here and move it to the center. Boom. You notice the center, that red line will pop up. Let's let it go. And now we have your name curved. Nice
That
and
is
simple.
cool. Yes.
We want to click right here on the line. Right click. Can I just delete the line? Okay, boom. Now it's curved, ready to go, you know?
That's awesome.
Just that simple. But also, check this out. I was playing around with this at first. In the text effects, you should be able to just click right here. Boom. And hit apply. And there.
Oh.
So it's multiple. Remember, I was saying at first, there's multiple ways you're going to find out. Like, oh,
yes.
I can do this over here or do this over here. Don't be afraid to go in there and tinker, you know?
Yes.
Our next training session, I want to hear from you. Like, Ray, I was going around, I was playing with the text, like I was doing this, I was doing that. Now I'm ready. Had some questions about what's the next tool, what's this tool, what does this do?
Okay.
Playing around with text, you will get the hang of doing your lines. You'll get the hang of deleting stones and replacing stones to make the spacing equal, you know?
Yes.
The way that I learned the best, and maybe it's just me, I've always had a tablet of some sort. I would take the tablet, put it right here for my training video. That way I am on my computer following step by step the training video. That way I can pause it and then go back 10 seconds if I need to, you know?
Yes. I'm definitely looking forward to my video. I'm going to watch it again and just kind of marinate everything, play around, pause, like what you said.
Yeah, you got to take that pause. If you're draining your brain trying to figure out what's the next step, take a deep breath, woosah, and just look at the screen and ask yourself, okay, deselect, boom. You know, once you deselect, okay, what's my next step? What am I trying to accomplish here? And I believe you'll be like, okay, I want to do an outline, place and fill. Once you understand and get comfortable with, it's only 4 or 5 screens we're navigating.
Yeah.
Edit tab, place and fill, mock-ups and export are self-explanatory. So it's really just edit and place and fill.
Yeah.
We haven't even gotten into what these do down here, but
I know.
But hear me out. Hear me out. I am here to help you. I'm not here to drain all your money by having you take 9 classes. I want people to actually look at it and see, like, wait a minute, it's not as complicated as it seems. Here's a copy selected. If I click on this and I click on this copy selected, what is it going to do? Oh, what? Swear, like, you know what I mean? And just go in there and play with it. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
you can't break it. All you can do is say, okay, I'm done with it for now and close it down, or control Z it back to where a space you were comfortable and happy with your design, and then close it down, you know, give it a
For sure. It's a lot, but I learned so much today and I feel more comfortable. Like I'm not scared to open it.
don't
So
be people let it sit for so long and then they
I
become
do.
intimidated. Don't
I
become intimidated. Go in there and play it every day like it's a new game on your phone,
I
you know.
got this, yeah, like before Christmas, and I just haven't done anything with it. And I'm like, okay, I have to do something. So
uh, I most guys, no matter their age, they still play video games. That's what I hear. That's what I can tell. Like, you know, most guys, they're
yeah,
40 still. They get home from work and they want to play video games. I get it. This became my video game because I was able to profit from it. I was able to sit down, create a design, and sell that design to other people. I haven't turned that game on in 13 years. You know what I mean?
thank you. That's what I want to do. I want to be able to create these templates and stuff and, you know, hopefully sell them like rhinestone templates to the cheer moms at the gym.
Yes. Oh, let me, cause you're a woman. You have that capability of thinking outside the box to the point to where I sell my designs to other people around the world to help them to either open the boutique, help them to either create shirts for their family and friends.
Hmm.
What you can do is go to the next step and actually create the garment. Because now you're able to sell them a $55 pre-made jersey ready to go, like, you know what I mean, versus a $10 design. Like, you know what I mean?
You're right.
You
Yeah.
got you got all of the people there in your vicinity that are going to buy the finished product.
Yes,
I
for sure.
I I can sell the finished product and I do, but I get more joy out of helping people to get to the finished product. Like, I did finished
Yeah.
product for 10 years before it dawned on me that I could sell designs. I want people to ultimately sell designs too, to get to that point. But once you learn how to make the shirt, it's more profit initially making it and showing up at the cheer like, hey, this is what I got. I got them 55 a piece. Let me know what colors y'all want and start taking your pre-orders. So, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because then you're going to use that one template 50 times.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yeah.
I like you thinking.
that's where the profit is at. And then once you get real comfortable doing designs, you can reach out to the other cheer moms and like, hey, did you know that I can do your name for you custom? Like, you know what I mean? I can do your
Hmm.
name, your daughter's name, like, you know what I mean?
Hmm.
Still sell the shirt. But if she has a Cricut, like, you know what I mean? Or a Silhouette, then now you got a new customer who don't need to buy the shirt. She wants your designs. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you get what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So you take
Yeah.
her from an initial customer to now she's like, oh, she gonna hit you up like, oh, I need this name done.
Right.
And now you're gonna charge her for the creation of the name and for the design. Even
You're
more money.
smart.
Give
So you're gonna let me know when our next session is.
it's totally up to you. I day by day. So someone might call me, they might jump in my inbox tonight at 11. Hey Ray, are you available tomorrow for a training? And I just schedule people in as they come.
Okay.
Most of them start with an hour and they do end up being 2 hours. Some of them end up being 3. But if I'm ever running late, yeah, I will try to message you and be like, hey, I'm still on
Okay.
training.
Okay.
And even at times, depending on the two people, I may ask the person that I'm training, hey, do you mind if Liz joins us? Like, you know what I mean? And
Okay.
then that way I don't have to stop the training. It could be continuous for them, and you can jump in and we all be there still. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's cool with me. Awesome. So, okay, let me, I'll inbox you or DM you. Maybe Friday, would that work?
Yeah, Friday is good.
Okay, you tell me what time.
I like doing it pretty much before 7 p.m. By 7 p.m., my girlfriend is off of work and I try to get in some family time. So
Yeah,
anytime between 5 a.m. and 7 p.m., I'm up.
this time worked for me, so we can do that too.
Okay.
All right, cool. So 10 my time, 1 your time.
Okay. Sounds like a
Cool.
plan. I'll
Thank
schedule you in.
Thank you, Ray. I
right.
enjoyed it so much. I can't wait for my video.
All right. I gotta
All
hit
right.
in and then it's gonna render and then I'll upload it to YouTube and send you the link.
Awesome. Okay, perfect.
All right. Thanks
All
a
right,
lot.
thank you. Okay, talk to you later. Bye.
Bye-bye.